All right, chat. So we've sorted through. We've sent out a lot of offers to a lot of good prospects. We'll see just how many of them we can end up with, but feeling pretty good about our chances heading into next season. Why wouldn't you be? Oscar Dansk, Jonathan Orr, Klepis. Again, there were some good players in the mix here. And we landed all of them except for Spike Yell, which, to be honest, is okay. I think we're good. There were some other guys I wouldn't have minded getting, but they weren't super necessary when we already have a good prospect system. So I didn't think we'd be simming 3 seasons tonight, potentially, but it's looking like that's what we're going to do. Because why not? We have to win in one of these seasons, right? Please? Maybe? Possibly? Potentially? One of these days we're going to win.
Trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Shout out to Kezman. But are you? That answers the question. What if God was one of us? Will Pavel Zacha be a serviceable NC? Yes. Because you use the term like serviceable. So the answer is yes. All right, our owner's asking for 38 wins this season as opposed to making the playoffs. In goal, Mason and Smith. That's good. 3 very good goalies behind him. Defense, Larson, Tenorti, Savard, Padan, Percy, Oligny, and Morgan Riley makes the cut as the 7th defender. Good for Morgan Riley. At forward, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13th man, Cale Kessie. So we're going to have some new faces this season. Parise, Duchesne, Nash, Yakupov, O'Reilly, Landeskog, Dano, Lockhart, and Jordan Caron. So Philip Deneau's made the team, as has Cale Kessie, who is with Johansson and Nick Jensen. But we have 4 power forwards on this team. We really should divvy it up as 1 per line, if possible. Then we got 5 playmakers. Jesus. So playmakers on the left, power forwards on the right. Fair enough. I don't necessarily want Landeskog on this line. What am I going to do? Honestly, that works. Parise, Duchesne, Nash, Yakupov, O'Reilly, Caron, Johansson, Landeskog, Jensen, Dano, Lockhart, Kessie. Defense. Couple of 2-ways. We got an OFD. We can have Savard with Larson, Padan with Tenorti. Let's actually do Padan with Oligny. So honestly, not too bad. Not too bad, especially with the fact that these younger guys are still getting better and will get better throughout the season. The AHL is stacked. Absolutely stacked with some top-notch talent as well. So I think, again, we are going to be in the exact same situation where we're probably going to be a pretty decent team, and then it's just how much of the future do we leverage. We're still short on the assistant coach upgrades. Complete 1 trade via the trade block, which I do believe is to make a trade for what people are offering. So that's not too bad. This 4th round pick. I feel like I tried to do this before and it didn't work. But let's try it. Literally, I'll offer him a 4th and a 7th for a 4th. How about a 4th and a 6th for a 4th? And hopefully that accomplishes the goal. Apparently not. I swear to God that thing's glitched. All right, well. Not too worried about the draft picks. We always have plenty of them anyway. Yeah, I swear to God that goal is broken. Absolutely broken. Top 9 shit. It's not, though. You see what the rest of the league looks like? So. Oh, now we're expected to make the playoffs. Never mind, he lied. Apparently, he thinks 38 wins will be enough to make the playoffs. Good to know. Good to know. Adam Larson, though, 2 goals in the preseason. It's pretty good. We'll see if Larson can hit 50 points again after spending a full season here. But he has every opportunity as a number 1 defenseman to continue to be a number 1 defenseman. We already have a pretty big injury in the AHL, which isn't great, but what are you going to do? 3-1 start to the season. Brad Ross just signed with Colorado. So, can't say I am unhappy about that. Weaker class than normal, they say. I believe you. I believe you. Let's see, 4-2. Again, only downside to this older franchise that the sim speed just, it's a little bit slower than modern times. Just a little bit. But we can put up with that. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Not the biggest deal in the world. Let's see. Best lines there from Mr. Gustafson. The Gus. Let's see. What else do we got going on here? 8-3-1, pretty good start. The Kings at 6-7-1. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Things are looking up for us. Maybe, just maybe. Marcoux, a third, and Daniluk for Crombeen. And okay, hold on. We got to look at this one. Bunny, take it easy, by the way. So, Vinny Marcoux, 78 overall, 24 years old, still getting better. 6 points in 12 AHL games. A third-round pick, and Shane Daniluk, who we just signed. 76 overall, 22. So, 2 good prospects and a third for Curtis Crombeen. Ooh. 82 overall, 23 years old, and getting better. And how good's Jeremy Barrio? All right, Barrio's not very good. But it is 2 solid forward prospects and a third for a pretty good younger defenseman. I got to be honest, I think I'm taking that. We have plenty of forward depth. Marcoux's already 24. Daniluk's fine. I'm going to take that. I am going to take that. I feel like that is a pretty good deal for us to add another strong defenseman into the mix. 5, 6, and then 7 with Percy. So Morgan Riley can go back down. You're just taking it because of Boston. It makes Boston weaker. If I was being biased towards the Bruins, don't you think I would have said no? Got to use that brain of yours if you have one. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 with Kessie. All right. So we'll go best lines again. Let's get Johansson on the wing. That works for me. And again, we'll still keep all the power forwards on the other wing. That works for me. So Savard, Larson, Tenorti, Crombeen, Percy, and Padan. Again, the fact that we did not sign any big name free agents and kept it with the younger players, got all the cap space in the world. We have a team that's at 11-3-1, make that 12-3-1 after shutting out Carolina 6-0. We do lose to the Islanders, but things are looking up. They are. Things are looking up. Goodness. Tomas Yurcho gets hurt. Man, we're looking good, though. We're barreling towards the playoffs. We are looking pretty good. I like it. Kings signed Sean Avery. I mean, he's got to be in a big city where he can yell at people in traffic, you know? He's got to be able to ride his bike in a big city and yell at people in traffic. That's just how it works. Shake that stick at people. Exactly. You got to be able to do Sean Avery things and be a great person. So, you know. Got Steve Mason with 15 of our 16 wins. Good stuff. Mason has 15 wins, but 14 wins, but team has 15. That means the backup was probably in. Odds are Mason had a bad game. Backup came in. We came back. He got the win. Bada bang, bada boom. You know? Dude, we're looking good, though. We're looking good. I can't wait to run into the LA Kings again somehow in the playoffs. It's going to happen. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Damn. Damn. All right. Well, just got to wait it out. Rick Nash has 20 goals already. Like I said, it's still, in a lot of ways, Operation Get Rick Nash a Stanley Cup. Especially here in Columbus, if we can. If we can. That is the way to do it. All right. 22, 12, and 2. Cal Kessie leading the team in penalty minutes. Wow, we've had a terrible week. At least we beat Edmonton. It's not surprising to see one of the power forwards leading the team in penalty minutes, though. But, I'm trying to remember what else this game added. It's a shame the Winter Classic was never in franchise because they added the Winter Classic for this game. And you can only play it from the main menu. And I think 13 was the year, or 14, where they let you use them in Ultimate Team, at least the stadium. But again, the servers are shut down now, so who even cares? 27. We're going to the playoffs, man. This is a boring ass regular season because we're pretty good. It is just waiting for the playoffs. But I like it. It's kind of the same strategy we took in Edmonton. Who needs veteran players? We're good to go. 31 wins already. We're cruising. 38 assists. Springfield with some injuries. I don't want to say anything, but I'm already thinking it, so it'll happen. We've been pretty lucky with no injuries at the NHL level. I'm waiting for Rick Nash to break his back. It's going to be my luck. So, or his luck, should I say. Plus 39 for Adam Larson. We gave up a lot to get him, but man, was it worth it. College football revamped is the hardest thing with tech I've ever done in my life. D-Money, what's up? It can be finicky. It can be finicky running old games on an emulator, even more so when it's then a modded version of an older game. It takes quite a bit of tinkering to get settings right. And even then, sometimes you have to be like, all right, this might not look perfect, but at least it runs pretty well. Yeah, I had quite a few hours spent myself getting revamped to work the first time I used it. All right, we're looking a little bit inconsistent right now. We still have a good record, but we are losing more games here and there. Getting frozen on the license screens. Okay, we're slipping and sliding a little bit here. We're slipping and sliding. See if there's anything we can change up at the lines. Okay, Kessie's up to an 80 though. Kessie, 24 points in 56 games, not bad. Jensen, just 16 points. Jordan Caron, just 19 points. Well, congrats to Cale Kessie. You're going all the way up to that second line. Ryan O'Reilly, 24 points on the season. Landeskog with just 16. And Luke Lockhart with 27. Dude, that fourth line was cooking. It might end up being our second line. 15 points for Philip Dano. 12 points for Ryan Johansson. And then Nail Yakupov has 41 on the season. So we'll go Yakupov, Lockhart, and Kessie as the second line. Is Savard doing well? Yes, he is. He and Larson are cooking. Crombeen, 21 points, but a -9. Alongside Tenorti. So we got to break up that pairing. Yeah, we can afford to break up that pairing. Let's give Andre Padan the opportunity here. That works for me. That works. Gave up and started playing the normal version on PS3. I mean, the normal version of the last two college football games are still very, very good. Revamped is obviously nice, but it's not a requirement to enjoy the game, you know. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Beat Chicago, beat Nashville. We might be back on track here. Anytime I speak positively. It doesn't matter if it's a game from 10 years ago or if we were to play NHL 24, which LOL. Anytime we speak positively, bad things happen. Bad things happen. Hate it here. Goodness. Approaching 40 wins, though, before the deadline. So we head into March. We do lose to Chicago. We're losing in overtime a lot less. But there it is. 40 wins on the season before the trade deadline. We are definitely playoff bound. In terms of the trade block, I think like we have a go-to. Like we can just leave it open. I would say offense would probably be a little bit more needed than defense at this point. So we'll just kind of see what offers happen to show up here. We still only have one phone. Apparently, once you get to a negative rep, it's impossible to dig yourselves out of it. We did so on 11. Haven't been able to do it on 12. Calgary. The return. It's Ryan O'Reilly. Prospect Dominic Klepis, who again has that A- in athletic potential, but he is only a 73 at 21 years old. Jordan Caron, who's now 26. Going to get a little bit better defensively, but for the most part, he is what he is. 19 points in 66 games. And Jyrki Osplund, who's only a 74 at 22 years old. For Jeff Carter and Scott Timmins. I mean, Jeff Carter is going to put up more points than Ryan O'Reilly. That's just a fact. O'Reilly, 6 years younger. But man, if we want to go for it this year, I think we're going to take this. I don't feel like Klepis or Osplund are huge losses, nor is Jordan Caron, really. I'm perfectly okay with, after all this time, reacquiring Jeff Carter. Regardless of how long the deal is, it doesn't matter. He's got 6 years left. It doesn't matter to me. He's still an 89 overall right now. I'm taking it. Jeff Carter, welcome back to Columbus. Ligney is now the 7th defender, which is awesome. Defense is looking pretty damn good. And then forwards, oh my God. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And Timmins can be the 13th man to keep the prospects in the AHL. Not bad. So it's not Blake Kessel. It's Bradley Kessel. Just a rando dude who actually ended up being pretty good. We'll fix up the lines again in a minute because we might not be done with changes. There might be more trades. Be a good idea in franchise if players could adapt coaching strategies to long. Yeah, 100%. I've actively been campaigning for that. I have actively been campaigning for players to be able to essentially develop alongside their coach. Whether or not their coach is like, hey, we need you to play as a power forward instead of a sniper. Or, hey, we need you to be on the third line instead of the second. Like, find ways to be able to have players with personalities, negotiate with the coach, try to be better fits. Why the hell would I ever take that trade? No. So, maybe by freaking 2030 at this rate. Ottawa. It's not going to happen. Ron Hainsey was like an 82 the last time they sent us a trade offer for him, and that was like 2 or 3 seasons ago. Florida's calling. Stuart Percy for a first and Steve Bernier. Percy's good, but we have a lot of defensive prospects. It gives us a little bit of future proofing, and it gives us a solid forward. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Stuart Percy for a first-round pick and Steve Bernier. And hopefully Steve Bernier doesn't screw us against the Los Angeles Kings like he did the New Jersey Devils. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now Morgan Riley can be the 7th again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is Kessel, who's on a one-way. So we can leave him and Timmins there. That's fine. Adding in Steve Bernier, not bad. We got 1 hour left before the trade deadline. We get a call from Ottawa. Will it be for Ron Hainsey? Or we're not trading Matt Duchene. So I think we're good. I'm not going to force any trade offers because I can't afford to screw up anything elsewhere. Well, I hope I have the roster spot to claim Brian Allen. It looks like I did. We're not going to worry about Budai or Catenacci. It looks like we just claimed, and we did. We were able to get Brian Allen, an 85 overall veteran defenseman on waivers, which is insanity. Send Riley back down. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 with a Ligny. This might be the year. Might be the year. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Timmins can stay. Yeah, the AI are ruthless, man. If someone's playing poorly, it doesn't matter if their contract is, and he hasn't even been that bad. But yeah, they'll just be like, fuck it, you're gone. Get out of here. Let's put Savard back. We'll have Brian Allen try to shore things up with Crombie and then run Tenorti and Padan. Terms of the forwards. I'm going to have to look at point totals here, I would say. Let's see what we got. So we have Jensen on 21. Johansson on just 15. Jensen on 21. Kessie on 29. Bernier on 27. How good's Luke Lockhart this season? 34. Philip Dano on just 18 points. So below Jensen, but was it above Johansson? If I'm not mistaken. Johansson was like 15 points, wasn't he? Yeah. Ryjo's been pretty disappointing so far. Landeskog with just 20 points. Speaking of disappointing, Gabriel Landeskog, who is shaping up to be a 4th liner. If we fail this season, that might be a guy to get rid of. Jeff Carter back in Columbus on 48 points from his time in Calgary. Now Yakupov on 51. You have Rick Nash on 73. That top line's not going to get touched, is it? 69 for Duchene. And Zach Parise on 75. That top line's amazing. So Yakupov, Carter, Lockhart. Works for me. Who's the best center of the group? Lockhart's got 84 faceoffs. Carter's only got a 78. Yakupov, Lockhart, Carter. 3 power forwards on the third line. 77 faceoffs for Cale Kessie. 75 for Bernier. 77 for Jensen. We'll go Bernier, Kessie, Jensen. And then Dano, Johansson, Landeskog is now the fourth line. Gives us good depth at least. AHL team is still very, very good despite some of the guys that we've traded away. We were already in position to make the playoffs. We'd essentially have to lose every single game for the rest of the season. As Lockhart gets hurt, so Timmins will step in. Ryan Carter. I'm going to hold off. We don't need Ryan Carter. So we will see. It would take an outright disaster. One of the worst collapses of all time. Zach Bell and Alex Lepkowski. Bell's 24-year-old defense. Ooh, he's not bad. Norris Lepkowski, 23 years old, 80 overall. Yes, if I have space for him. And I did. Wow. Well, we just got another really good defenseman. It does mean we'll have a full roster, but no reason to not claim Lepkowski. There's actually Kessel who was in. So we will take him out of the lineup and get Lockhart back in. And of course, that rigged up the old power play lines. Of course it did. All right, looks good. Should have gone best lines in the AHL, actually. Get Lepkowski in there. That Springfield team should be able to win a Calder Cup. God forbid they're not even on pace to make the playoffs. And that would be a real disaster. But they should be in a good position. Should be. Come on. Come on. I'm talking President's Trophy here. We got a couple weeks left this season. 50 wins, very much possible. I want to see it. Brian Allen's leading this team in PIMS, by the way, since we claimed him, but those veteran DFDs, man, all they do is take penalties. I don't know what's up with that. I don't get it. But what are you going to do? 47 wins. 47 wins. Well, we're not going to hit 50 because the season ended a little bit early. No, it didn't. I can math. We still have games coming up the following few weeks. I don't think we'll have enough to hit 50, though. So, I lied. I did the math wrong. Well, we'd have to win out to hit 50. That's not going to happen. Okay, well. Gabriel Girard. Don't need him. Don't need him. Win number 48. Win number 49. We're going to be just shy of the magical number as we finally avoid the LA Kings in the frickin' playoffs. It'll be the St. Louis Blues in round number 1. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Do want to look at the stats from this season. So our leading scorer, Zach Parise, Rick Nash, Matt Duchene, all over 80 points. Yakupov and Carter are going to work out very, very well together, aren't they? And shout out to Luke Lockhart. Outscoring some people on this team that should be very, very disappointed in themselves. And defensively, 51 points for Larson. David Savard did well. Yosei, 34 months. Been watching the BC NCAA series. Tons of fun. Do you know how much the game costs nowadays? So yeah, physical copies of the game are expensive because it is still the last one to this day. I still praise 13, which is a little bit cheaper. It has more in-depth scouting. So there are some good NCAA games. It doesn't necessarily have to be 14 to have fun. Shout out to Steve Mason, a .925 save percentage. Oh, but can he keep it up in the playoffs? That has been the big issue for us with Steve Mason, is he has been a regular season merchant in a lot of ways. Leading scorer in the league, Eric Stahl, with 103 points. But will he remember that he scored that many points? Top goal scorer is Ovi. Yes, correct. There are alternative means. I'll throw that out there. Ovi again continues to be crazy. Not quite 70 goals, but still very, very good. Top defensive scorer, OEL. You had Matt Carl up there. How good did Matt Carl become? Damn. PK, Bufflin, Joni Pitkinen. 18 goals for Jonathan Blum. Imagine if he became that good. Winningest goaltender, Steve Mason, with 48 wins. I mean, he played every single game. Every single one. And then for the rookies, Dmitry Yaskin in St. Louis. Coincidentally, our first round opponents. Not bad. NCAA, no, I don't touch the rosters. I just leave them as they are. Frankie Polisi might have a bit of a shout for Rookie of the Year, but the St. Louis Blues in round number 1. I think this can be our year. I really, really do. We had a great team. Only the 4th seed, though. Oh, for NHL 12, no, I haven't touched those either. It was a bit of a pain to edit rosters back in the day. But yeah, the 4 seeds, so... But then again, the 3 division winners get the automatic, right? So it makes sense. The best non-division winner. Let this be the year, please.